Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Edge of Eternities Draft here on the channel. Our pack is stacked. We have Ice Till Explorer, which is a nice 4-mana play that can let us play extra lands and play lands from our graveyard. So you mill over some cards, and then you get to play those lands. That's not a smoke detector, don't worry. That's just the oven cleaning done. Sorry, it distracted me though. Singularity Rupture is a nice board sweeper, but we are going to be taking Glacial Godmaw. This is a really strong card, great to build around. It's a nice ramp tool, and overall it just wins games. So Glacial Godmaw is fantastic. I think Ice Till Explorer is also really good though, so this would be a consideration for sure. And then after that, I think Godmaw, Ice Till, the Rupture is pretty strong as well. So that's kind of the order I would go with in that pack. We do really want to make sure we can fit the Godmaw into our pack, and so we want to lean green. So taking something like a Diplomatic Relations second here is an option for sure. However, there are some really powerful cards. There's Sunstar Expansionist. Green-white's not my favorite color combination, but Sunstar Expansionist is a great card. There is Monoist Circuit Feeder, which is another great top-end card. Plays well with the sort of landers that you want in your Godmaw decks. Diplomatic Relations is also tempting. I think because we might not end up in green, I'm just going to take the Monoist Circuit Feeder. I do really like this card, and having multiple top-end ramp threats is nice. Even if you don't have a ton of artifacts, this thing still gets the job done a lot of the time. So let's do that. Now, pick 3, I think, is a pretty easy Galactic Wayfarer. This card is perfect. With the Godmaw, also makes it an artifact that can be decent with the Circuit Feeder. I think Wayfarer is really, really strong. We could have gone green card, green card, green card. That would have been a little bit better. Obviously, we didn't know the exact direction this draft was going to go, but I think Galactic Wayfarer is a fantastic pickup here. I also really like Ilvoy Infiltrator. This card has been really strong for me. It just can take over the game kind of single-handedly, which is really, really powerful. We're seeing Cryogen Relic as well, so maybe blue-green would be a good place to end up. And then there's Grav Kill, which is a nice black kill spell. Okay, so we have a few green cards. We're seeing a little bit of white now. There is a Banishing Light, which is pretty strong. There is Inspired Tenderfoot, which is also a nice green 2-drop. We could take Cav Landseeker as well if we wanted to just go towards a more green-red ramp strategy. I think I just want to take the Tenderfoot, though. I'm going to take the Landseeker. I always want to have Landseekers in my deck. I don't mind abandoning the Circuit Feeder. Yeah, I think Cav Landseeker is great. Red-green's a really good home for a lot of these cards as well. I also really like the Ice Cave Crasher, just a giant creature. Hits like a truck. Really nice pickup. I think it's way better than Drick's Fate Maker. Pull Through the Weft is medium. Wedge Light Rammer is the next best card in the pack after the Crasher, I think, but happy to get a Crasher. And now, probably just take a Gene Pollinator. I do think this card's pretty solid. It's been pretty impressive for me. There's a lot of random permanents running around, like any lander tokens that help this tab. You just get a random spacecraft, like a Wormwall Sweeper. Nebula Dragon's a fine top-end card. We're still deciding on our second color, though. We could still be a black deck, and this card's also an artifact, which is relevant for that. So we're still deciding. I don't regret taking the Monoist because there's a lot of scenarios where green is not open, and then we end up in a black deck, and then this card's one of our best cards. Whereas Diplomatic Relations is always fine, but never crazy. Okay, Sky Stinger, I guess, could be a pick. We could also just take a blue card for the heck of it. So this can be used to activate landers the turn we get them. Doesn't have really any other synergies in our deck. I don't like this card at all. Sawship is more of an aggro card, and we're going to be more of a defensive deck. I guess we could take Sky Stinger, but I think we'd rather... Let's just take the green card. You never know when you'll just be a little bit short on playables and need it. Now a late Starbreach Whale, also a Starfield Shepherd. Pretty reasonable card, get some planes. White is wide open, we could go for this direction. There's also Thawbringer. But we already just took a mediocre green 3-drop to help us make playables guaranteed, so we don't need to do it 2 times in a row. Let's just take the Shepherd. I think it's a pretty good card. Helps us hit our land drops for the Godmaw. And then we get a Banishing Light on the wheel. Green-white's not my favorite color combo, but if you're going to wheel Banishing Lights, That's a pretty good indication that it could be a good spot to be. So, and like we got a late Starfield Shepherd as well. Sure, we'll take Dock Worker Drone. I don't want another Sky Stinger. White is starting to look more appealing. This card can also go fetch up our Gene Pollinator, which can be relevant as well. And this is our first 2-drop. Wow. Sure, we don't really want any of these cards. I guess we'll just take Rig for War. And now last pick. I guess we'll take Dual Sun Technique. Maybe we are at a green-white counters deck. Okay. Pack 2 has begun. Black did not look open at all, that pack. Let's not move into black. Red also did not seem open. We didn't see any of the red removal spells. White seemed very open. And green, we have a few good green cards. So, this pack I think is a pretty clear Sunstar Expansionist. It's white, which is the one color we thought that was the most open. Gets us a lander token a lot of the time. Just a really solid card. What else is even in this pack? There's Tanic if we wanted to try to splash. I really like Voidforged Titan, but it's not for our deck. We could splash it, but I try not to splash a lot of the times in this format. And then Mutinous Massacre is really good, but not even close to our colors. So I think this is a pretty clear Expansionist. Land Loading Zone. If a counter's put, you put twice that many. Interesting. There is Intrepid Tenderfoot. There is Focus Fire as a kill spell. Pretty reasonable card. I kind of like Focus Fire. There's this card, but just way worse than like a Godmaw. Biosynthetic Burst is a solid card. Honor is totally solid as an option as well. The counter, we only have like no cards that put counters. This card puts counters. I think we could take Honor. Grease the wheels of our synergy pieces. We already have a good number of creatures. I think we can afford to take an Honor here over a Tenderfoot. I do like Tenderfoot, though. And I also like the Focus Fire. And now we'll take the Kill Spell. Nice. We did miss out on one of these earlier, but I'm glad we're getting one now. We now have Banishing Light and a Diplomatic Relations as far as interaction goes. Lux Knight Breacher. Not a card I love. We're kind of getting lucky that there's any card for us here. Other than Diplomatic Relations, we'd be taking like a Pinnacle Kill Ship, which is a card I think is fine. I'm actually fairly happy playing this, especially when I have something like Starfield Shepherd to make sure I keep hitting my land drops and a couple lander generators. But I'd much rather get a kill spell here. And now there's another Galactic Wayfarer. At this point, with 2 Galactic Wayfarers, a Gene Pollinator, and a Sunstar Expansionist, all of which can maybe get me some splash stuff. I wouldn't mind splashing red for a card like Orbital Plunge, which also has really good synergy with my deck. I'm not going to splash for any of these cards right now. Like Circuit Feeder is double black, so it's not a great splash. I don't need Sky Stinger. Comparing Sky Stinger when it's side by side in the pack with a Galactic Wayfarer is kind of funny because Wayfarer is just better in every way. And yeah, this pack, again, kind of getting saved by the fact that Wayfarer is here, because otherwise it'd be a pretty bad pack. Okay, there's Plasma Bolt. Don't love splashing that, though. There's also Code Cracker Hound. Really strong card. I guess I could take Tenderfoot as well. I think I'll just take Tenderfoot, get a really good 2-drop for my deck. I'm going to be going into the late game a decent amount. I have plenty of mana, so this can turn into a 1-card threat. I think Codecracker is really good. I don't like splashing it that much, though. And then there's Radiant Strike, or there is Biosynthetic Burst. I think Burst is going to be better. I can be a little bit of a beatdown role with my cards like Expansionist beating down. It plays well with Dockworker Drone, just attacking with Galactic Wayfarers, Ice Cave Crasher. I could be a bit more aggressive, and the counters work well with Green-White's strategy. Radiant Strike is a fine option, but I think I want to lean a little bit more aggressive because I'm not going to have blue card draw in this deck. Okay, we're seeing really good late red cards. I guess we could try to splash Invasive Maneuvers. Dual Sun Technique. Give something double strike if it's a counter draw card. Plays well with Honor. We already have one Dual Sun technique. Yeah, we could take Invasive Maneuvers. Let's just take the Dual Sun technique, I guess. Maybe go a little bit more all in on the counters. Okay, we're wheeling Invasive Maneuvers. We're getting one pick 8. It's crazy. Maybe we could have abandoned White. White seemed really open in pack 1, but maybe the person we were passing to picked up on that as well. I guess we'll be pretty happy taking Crasher. It's really good with the double strike. And then we got a Pinnacle Kill Ship. Nice. I don't really like the Zealot. Sure, we'll just take the white card. Take the rare for the collection at this point. And we get a Lux Knight Breacher. Reasonable with Dual Sun technique. Not my favorite card, of course. Well, this card's just quite strong, I think. Anti-Causal Vestige. If you ramp into it, or if you just play it for turn 4, you draw and you're going to put something into play. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid as an option. The Pulsar Squadron Ace, also decent. We have a couple spacecraft. We just have the one. There's also boosters. There's really good 2-drop here. The land. Let's just take the Vestige, though. I think Vestige is pretty strong. Our deck has some good top end, a nice little aggressive curve. We're not going to play the Lux Knight Breacher, I don't think. Probably not going to play both Dual Sun techniques either. Might not even play the first one. We don't have that many counters, but Double Strike is really good with Ice Cave Crasher. Because you like have Ice Cave Crasher, play land, all of a sudden you're hitting them for 10. Lots of top end. This is a 6-drop. I don't know why it's grouped in with the 7s. I do like Pinnacle Kill Ship. We've got some decent removal spells. Now there's Sunstar Lightsmith. I do like Sunstar Lightsmith a decent amount. I have a decent number of 2-drops as well. I have a couple 1-drops even to help double spell with it. And it can be a nice card advantage tool. The Worm is also a solid option. Splashing Orbital Plunge would also be solid if I didn't have a good white card as a card in the pack. I think I go Sunstar Lightsmith, Worm, then I'd splash Orbital Plunge before taking a card like Starport Security. So now that I have Lightsmith, Starport Security gets a little bit more appealing. Also with Starfield Shepherd, the Starport Security gets a little bit more appealing as well. Maybe it'll wheel. Yeah, but I like the Lightsmith. Ooh. For a creature, legendary creature card. I don't have any legends, do I? This isn't a legend. No legends, sadly, so I don't really think this is worth it in that case. I think I'll just take Close Encounter, just to get another interactive spell. It's not the greatest. There's also Night Luminary. But I think I'd rather get an interactive spell. I do currently have a little bit less than I'd like. I have 1 Diplomatic, 1 Banishing Light. And then I've got a decent number of big creatures. And even some warp stuff, so Close Encounter should be solid. Ice Cave Crasher, I think, over Diplomatic Relations. It's close. There's also this, when you put counters on a creature, you can draw that many cards. I don't have that many counters, though. I think I'd rather play Ice Cave Crasher. There's also Social Engineering. I think I'm just going to take the Ice Crasher, though. Relations is also fine. Maybe I just take another Relations. My creature counts at 12. I just got a Close Encounter. Yeah, let's just take the Crasher. Crasher hits like a truck. And now there's Lash Whip Predator. I do like Lash Whip Predator. It helps me catch up if I fall behind. Another Dual Sun technique. I think I'm not going to play the ones I already have, though. I also wouldn't mind boosters, but I think Predator is going to help me out in some games. This thing bringing back a Galactic Wayfarer, I don't think that's very good. Could play Drix Fatemaker, but my big creature already has Trample. I think I'll just take a boosters. That seems fine to me. Wow, late All Fates Stalker. That's pretty solid. I wouldn't mind a Night Luminary, but I think this is pretty good. My deck now has 23 cards in it. Playing a second Dual Sun technique is definitely an option, though I think 1 is probably fine. Because I'd rather play, wow, Tapestry Ward. Do I have anything with bigger toughness than power? I mean, it's just a 4/4 vigilance. In the best of times, it makes that guy slightly bigger, but not really a huge factor. Guess I'll take it. 4/4 vigilance it is. We wield nutrient block. This only gets creatures, right? Yeah, nutrient block doesn't do much for me. I already have an auxiliary booster, so this pack is kind of a whiff. I don't think I want the Tapestry Warden. Lightsmith is fine, though. Ooh, we did get the Starport Security, though. I will play that with the Shepherd, I think. I think that makes it worth it. I have a little bit of counters. This was an interesting build. I don't know if I ended up in the right colors exactly. I certainly ended up in, like, colors that can do some stuff, though. We got another security. I don't think we want the second one, though. So this is 24. I think we definitely want 17 lands when we have 3 7-drops. Or I guess this is a 6-drop. I don't know why they all get grouped in the same pile there. I don't know if we need Gene Pollinator. Let's just cut the Gene Pollinator. We don't make a lot of stuff that works well with it. And that gives us more. We can, because we're going to go fetch up the Starport Security with our guy. We could also just play a random 3-mana 3/3. Lash Whip. I think 1 Dual Sun should be fine. I have 1, 2, 3 2-drops. That's not a lot of 2-drops. I don't have any other ones I can play, though, right? Not even any bad ones. Kind of weird not to see any of those. Maybe my colors weren't as open as I was hoping. Still, we have this we can use on turn 2. Yeah, kind of rough on that count. Well, it is what it is now. I don't think we can make fixes in post. That'll save it. So let's just run it like this, and I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel and my work at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos and you find them helpful and you'd like to support my mission to make draft more accessible worldwide with my guides, sheets, and gameplay videos, then Patreon is the way to support that mission and gain access to some cool bonus content in the process, like my card by card tier list and my format thoughts document, as well as other cool rewards. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a huge difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We will keep this hand. No 2-drop, but our deck doesn't have a lot of 2-drops, which is kind of annoying. I feel like it's not like we saw 2-drops and didn't take them. We saw the one Intrepid guy that we didn't take. Okay, we're against red-white, which is a pretty weak archetype generally. Sure, the Turbo Drone. Luckily, we have the Galactic Wayfarers to help us out. So we can warp this in to put in an Ice Cave Crasher and draw a card in the process. So that's pretty reasonable. And then we can play Wayfarer and Biosynthetic Burst. Okay, Invasive Maneuvers. We saw a couple of those. It was weird because red did not seem open pack 1. Therefore, it kind of seemed open pack 2. So we're warping this because it'll leave play and we get to draw an extra card before putting in the Ice Cave Crasher. Okay, put in Ice Cave Crasher. I guess it comes in tapped. That is a downside. Though we aren't really planning on block. They're probably, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's rich. You hate to see that. Play the boosters out. Play Vestige next turn. Vestige plus bit Biosynthetic Burst to untap. It's going to be pretty reasonable. Okay. Play the Vestige. It's pretty nice because if they kill it or it leaves play, right? Yeah. So it's going to leave play and I can put in a Galactic Wayfarer tapped. Or maybe something even bigger. Nope, it's the Galactic Wayfarer. That's fine. Pinnacle kill ship, eh? Sure. Let's just... I think we're going to start by honoring our Galactic Wayfarer. That's a good draw. Then we're going to... No. Okay. We're going to kill a turbo drone. Then we're going to play a land. Gosh, how did I get my mana messed up here? I cast that. Yeah, that was terrible tapping. I guess we will just pass with our Biosynthetic Burst up and sack both landers. Not that I love that course of action that much, but I think it's fair considering they're probably going to play something and haste it out. Okay, Melded Moxite, sure. And, like, we have a backup plan. If I'd had a green man, I would have definitely played the Tenderfoot. I should have put that more... I should have, like, checked how it was tapping me, because I don't know why it would tap me like that in any universe ever. The worst possible tapping, but, you know, not the end of the world. We've still got plenty of options. Let's just go get 2 more lands here. Do they have another invasive maneuvers? Well, that's good. So if I put a counter on this, it's a 5/5. Yeah, I won't be able to kill them. Might as well just do it like... Play it slow. Sure. I don't really mind that. Let's just kill the turbo drone. And then... next turn we can kill them with backup. So we crew this thing up, it's a flyer, we give it double strike, we have indestructible available. And they are officially dead. They're dead in multiple ways, I think. This is the cleanest. This has reach. Whoops. So I can deal 14. Yeah, let's do this. Quite a combo. Because it has double strike now, so we get the win. Well, that was nice. I am worried about my deck in the early game because I don't have that many 2-drops. And so that's going to be a just pain point that we're going to have to hope that we draw our 2-drops. And if we don't, we're going to lose a couple games to that, I think. But we did just do some good work in the mid game. So that was nice. Our anti-causal vestige was fantastic. And as I like to say, if you can get to like 4 wins or 5 wins with a deck, that's a pretty good result. And if you get like 4 wins or 5 wins every time and then occasionally go and get the max wins, that's a pretty nice little winning strategy. And we are getting some nice reps in with various cards. This is a crazy hand. We're going to keep it. It is dicey, but we have all of our expensive cards in our hand. So we're going to either draw lands, or we're going to draw the cheap creatures we need to help us survive. Death Touch creature, nice. Okay, so far we have drawn neither. That is not what you like to see. They are stuck on color, maybe? They are currently doing far better than I am. Yeah, I'm not liking my chances right now. Where were you 10 minutes ago, Dockworker Drone? Still, the Lash Whip Predator could potentially save us. If they have a diplomatic relations, we lose, but other than that, we can stabilize here. Okay. Cryogen, sure. Stinger, sure. I guess they can just attack me with their stuff. Perfect. We drew the land we needed. Play this. Play this. Now we can block one of those guys. That is no bueno. I think we are in trouble, as they say. Yikes. Let's kill the most damage possible. We are definitely dead here, though. This is the downside of our deck, is we cannot really beat these sorts of situations. Sure. I think we're dead no matter what we draw off this. Yep, that is a weakness of our deck. I mean, it's weird. During the draft, it's such a weird situation where I don't think I've really had drafts like that where I was like, okay, pack 1 felt like white was super open. We were wheeling all these white cards. Pack 2, I mean, what did we even get pack 2 and 3 for our deck as far as white cards are concerned? Like nothing, right? We got an All Fate Stalker pretty late. We got a Sunstar Lightsmith pretty late, I guess. Honor. We got the Sunstar in pack 2. I mean, we got some stuff. I think adding this card is tempting, but we don't actually have stuff to like use it early on. So it's like not even doing that much for us as an early drop. I mean, I guess it can block, but it's a 1/2, so it doesn't really block that well. Yeah. This deck definitely isn't my best one, but you know, not every draft is going to be your best draft. And I don't think I did anything super badly in the drafting portion. Okay, well, this hand I'm going to keep. It's really bad, though. It's one of those ones where when you have both colors and like 4 lands and 3 spells, you just kind of have to trust that you're going to have your deck function at some point. This is like, I mean, I have 15 creatures, maybe? I don't know the exact number. Red, black. Not a good matchup. Melded Moxite's a card that's going up and up and up and up for me. I really like this card right now. Okay, that's a good one. It will certainly die, but I do like it. Okay, we'll just jam the Ice Cave Crasher. It's going to face Doom. Ooh, a Landseeker. Okay. Sure. Oh, that's a good card. Play the Lightsmith. If it doesn't die, which, again, I kind of assume my cards are going to die every time. But if If it doesn't die, we'll take over the game with it. So they get their Void triggered. Plasma Bolt. Yep, I was really wishing I could have played that alongside Honor, but my colors were not cooperating. Okay, so we'll go with Honor on this guy. Play land. Trigger. Go to combat. Attack. Kill their main threat. Play Tenderfoot. Definitely a close call on whether to play Tenderfoot or just hold up the burst. But the problem is this doesn't get hexproof, and their best way to kill this exiles. Orbital Plunge. Punished as usual. I just can't get it to work my way sometimes. Another Monoist, sure. I guess if they have another kill spell that the Stalker could survive. Okay. So I draw a land now. My mouse, I need to get a new one. It's like clicking isn't working very well. So it just like releases my click. So I have to be very decisive with my plays. Okay. Sure. I mean, I could have just double activated this guy. But I think it makes the most sense to just play my Ice Cave Crasher. It hits really hard. Next turn, if I draw a land, I can go Pinnacle Kill Ship, kill Nebula Dragon. Ooh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. That's a pretty solid one as well. So I can warp this to go get a plains. Or I can go get my 1-drop. I mean, obviously I'm getting a plains. I think I just play it, though. You know what? Warping it is pretty tempting. Because then I can get the plains. Play plains. Killing one of their blockers is very tempting indeed. Oh, it's so brutal. They have 8 power in the air. Okay. If I draw a land, I can go Godmaw land, and then I win. Wow, they concede. They don't even know I have the Godmaw. Playing the Plasma thing might have even been better. Okay, nice. Well, we got another win. I think sometimes I am hoisted by the fact that I don't aspire high enough with my decks. I'm like, okay, we have some good cards in this deck, so we can definitely do better than just trying to get to 4 wins or 5 wins or whatever. But I think it's nice to have that expectation in your head, like, okay, this can be a successful run even if we don't win all of the wins. Maybe that's a limiting mentality to have, though. But I think it's a healthy one as well, because, like, you can't win every single draft you do. It's just not, like, we didn't open it. I mean, we opened some pretty good cards. Nice, we have one of our 2-drops, and we're on the draw with this, so we can sometimes even do some shenanigans. Like where we just, like, don't play this on turn 2, so we can do it on turn 3 instead. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. I don't think we're gonna get beaten down too badly here. That card's a problem. So good. Of course, they hit a land. The perfect card to hit. Oh man. Well, that's how it goes. Play Wayfarer. This card is super strong. Super strong. They're probably gonna just play it now. Yep. If they hit another land, it would be a bummer. Okay, they hit a Tenderfoot, sure. All Fates Stalker. I can play this, play land, crack a lander token. Seems decent to me. And also close encounter this, yeah. Just kill that before they play another Kavu. Yup, dodged a bullet. Okay. They land. And do I want to make this a 5/5 now? What does that dodge? It dodges punch, but it doesn't dodge diplomatic relations. Just helps me draw another card, though, if they don't have a kill spell. If they have orbital plunge, it's kind of bad, but I think it's nice to just get the card out of my hand, especially because I'm choked on white mana. Sure. Oh, that worked out splendidly for me then. White, perfect. Okay, white mana's good. Okay, here I go that. I think I can play... I'm just going to go this aggressively. Play Banishing Light, take out the Kav Land Seeker. Then I'm going to warp this. Just to temporarily take out the Remnant Elemental. And then I just crush them. And then next turn I can play this for real, or I can just like crack a couple landers to hit them for a bunch with my landfall guys, or both. Okay. What have they got? Like, they can't just tap out for a big creature here. Okay, they play Galactic Wayfarer. Sure. That doesn't get the job done. Oh, that's a huge draw. They land. Play All Fate Stalker. They didn't use this, which means they have to have something for 3 mana, which I'm not surprised by. Let's take out their 0/4 once again. Combat. I think they might have diplomatic relations. We'll see what they have. Yep. So we'll keep our guy alive. And they concede. They could block 1/1, or they could block 1/1. They could have blocked here, taken 3. Yeah, they're dead on board without the 0/4. Nice. We've already secured a nice little victory run here. Guaranteed at least a 50% win rate with a deck that doesn't have a lot of 2-drops, but has a lot of really powerful cards. And card quality can do a lot in Limited. It covers up all sins in some ways. Like, we didn't play a 2-drop there voluntarily because it was more powerful not to, or maybe not, but that's just how I often play with the Sunstar Expansionist. Okay, perfect hand. I need to buy a new mouse so badly. I love this mouse. It's lasted me for years. This has happened with the same design in the past. They slowly lose their ability to hold on to the grip. This card's pretty annoying. Sure. I'm a big fan of the Tenderfoot still. Ilvoy has not been my favorite card. This card's annoying. I think Ice Cave Crasher's been pretty great, though. I like that card. Steel Swarm Operator, sure. Okay, okay, I see you, I see you. No need to panic just yet. Okay, play this guy. Definitely not attacking with that guy. Lash Whip Predator is going to come down soon. Next turn we can warp this out, get a 1-drop, play Galactic Wayfarer. Probably just going to play Lash Whip Predator, though. It's giant. Blue doesn't deal with it all that well, except for Cryo Shatter. Red doesn't really deal with it that well, either. Oh, Mechan Assembler is an incredible card. Oh, boy. Yep, 4/4 Vigilance. That's no joke. Okay, we're toasted. Boom, ba bum. Yeah, I think we're in a spot where we kind of have to just. This will get us to 5, this 6, and then this can next turn kill the Mechan Assembler. Mechan Assembler is going to do us in if we're not careful. 5 that. This can become a 2/2 flyer, right? Yeah, which means it'll have the counter. No, it's only artifacts. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7. If we make that a flyer. I really want to try to play this next turn, but I think I'm going to have to wait one more turn to try and do that. Just play Lash Whip, because that actually just buys me a lot of time. We could lose this game. Synthesizer's pretty good, but mostly the Mechan Assembler's pretty good. Makes so many robots. Like, they also have all lands in hand, I think. I mean, all spells in hand because they missed a land drop. Though maybe they haven't missed a land drop. Maybe that's just... Yeah. Lash Whip has been so good. Love that card. Okay, what's it dealing damage to? The Lash Whip? No, the Ice Cave Crasher. Sure, that makes sense. Gosh, if I deal 10 damage to it, I get owned. Get the planes. Play the planes. I think I'm going to draw a card. And then I'll crack this. And then I can play my Pinnacle Kill Ship to kill the Mechan Assembler on their end step. This thing is so irritating. Sure. Resolve. I don't want you to make 2 landers, in fact. That actually seems like a very bad outcome for me. It's funny how much this thing wrecks me. Go get a forest. Play this. Play Pinnacle Kill Ship to kill the Mechan Assembler. Much as I'd like to kill their flyer, it's simply not something I can afford to do. Then I will pass. Looks like they're out of gas a little bit. Sure, we can play this. I'm glad we have the 1-drop to go get. We even have something with a counter on it, so it's cheaper to use. And we will crew this up. We attack for 7, I think we die, so we're going to have to pass. The starport security is going to be doing major work. Tapping down their synthesizer lab ship. Okay. Goodbye, 1/1. Why did it tap all of their blue mana? Interesting. Rust Harvester is terrifying. Plasma Bolt. Yikes. That is a tremendous draw, actually. Do I want the permanent version or just the temporary version? They're just going to crew it up again if I don't get the permanent version. Boom! Another win for the good guys. Then we had our starport guy. Wow, our deck is cruising. We're doing great. Let's go. 4-1. I mean, card quality does do a lot. Card quality is an old battle-tested strategy. Like, I've just got good cards up and down the curve. I mean, not really down the curve. I don't have a ton of low curve cards that are great. I don't know. Seems like it's a solid little deck. We've been winning our games. Nice. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Starfield Shepherd. Bob's our uncle. We can even go 2-drop, 3-drop. If we don't draw a land, we can do this. Crack the lander. Okay, Cryogen Relic on turn 2. I like it. That's a good card. Now we have Diplomatic Relations. Having one of our 2-drops is good. I think the Dock Worker Drone has been a card I've been pretty happy with a lot of the time. Counters are pretty annoying to deal with. Okay, they're just Cryogen Relicing. I think Cryogen Relic's pretty good, but it's not really like they're doing much right now. Okay, play Wayfarer. We're just going to be curving out on him. And always you want to have a buddy to go with the drone. When he's exposed, it's not always the best. Okay, sure. They're just doing their thing. They are missing land drops. That is the explanation. Like, you see I dropped the land really kind of soon. We'll definitely just keep attacking. Okay. And they scoop it up. They must have kept a kind of sketchy hand. I mean, they had a couple card draws that did not go their way, clearly. But, I mean, just the innocuous little deck that could. I mean, I think one thing I've learned in this set is the 4/4 Trampler guy just hits so hard. Like, I had another deck before where it was like a blue-green deck. You can find the video on my channel. It was one of my earlier drafts where I just had a blue-green deck that had a couple of this guy, and it just hits super hard, and you just end the game while your opponent's stabilizing, and it just kind of does exactly what you need. Like, I think that's a pretty reasonable approach to the game, is just play that guy. And, like, if you have a couple of that guy in your deck, you can kind of build this around it a little bit, because you just can win races because your 4-drop hits them for a quarter of their life total. On the play, I need to draw one land. If I draw planes, it's really good. Yeah, let's keep it. We might end up in the exact spot our opponent was just in. But if we draw a single land, then we can at least play the game. And if we draw planes this turn, it's a really good hand. So it's like 25% of the time, oh yeah, this hand became incredible. So yeah, sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit in Magic. I mean, that hand was borderline. I would not be surprised if you're supposed to mulligan that hand. We're gonna play the Galactic Wayfarer first, because that way if they have a focus fire or something, we still get to put the counter on our guy. Oftentimes it's worth it to play the creatures post-combat, but in this case I think it's definitely correct to play it pre-combat. Dubious Delicacy taking out our Wayfarer probably. Not a huge shock. Okay, here he goes. We're going to just play the Crasher. A lot of the times worth it to save the Sunstar Lightsmith until after the first wave of removal has been deployed. Also get this guy out early because he hits really hard. And we were probably going to play him next turn if we didn't play this guy this turn, so waiting until we can reasonably double spell with this is often a good strategy. Like we could go Wayfarer, crack this next turn if we draw a land. But like Crasher doesn't die to Dubious Delicacy. Just some keep on keeping on. Okay, Embrace Oblivion. Their removal is being taxed, as you like to say. Okay, Halia Guided by Light, sure. And no attacks. We'll just crack a lander. Next turn we'll go Lightsmith into Dual Sun Technique, maybe. Sure, they lose a couple life. But Halia helps them gain it back, which is not what you love to see, but we're going to get some card advantage of our own. This card's pretty good. Shepherd. That's pretty reasonable. Let's get our planes. Let's play this Sunstar Expansionist to trigger our card, because we'd rather give this guy double strike. And this card has... we're going to be able to play the land tap. We don't want them to know we have the combat trick. I wonder if they can trigger the Halia this turn. Oh, I see, I see. I wonder if we can kill them this turn, so... Play this. Combat, definitely attack with everything. So it's 3, 6, 10, 14. And then this is an extra 15. Got him. 4. And got the job done. That would have been pretty brutal, though. That would have been a really good combo, but... They flew a little too close to the sun. We got the job done, and we are battling for the trophy now. I mean, did anyone think this deck was going to win the trophy when I first drafted it? Show of hands? I mean, I guess you can't show of hands, but you can let me know in the comments. I mean, we are battling for a trophy right now. Like, just green-white, getting it done. Green is sneaky good this set. I mean, like just random cards up and down the curve are all just really good. It's not like flashy cards. I mean, Galactic. I mean, the 3/3 guy that makes a lander is pretty just obviously broken. Though you get them kind of late, so maybe it's not obvious. But I mean, this is a good hand. We have one of our 2-drops. All Fate Stalker's pretty good. And now we have our late game plan, the Godmaw. It's not great yet, but it can be. Okay. Well, that's a fantastic draw. That's a fine trade for me. The counter doesn't get used anywhere. Here we can play the Wayfarer. They'll probably kill it with a Bombard, I assume. No, nothing. But now we can use this to get a Plains, and then crack this. Just to move up our mana. Build towards the Godmaw. Green-white has way better stuff to use at the top end of its curve. than their deck does. Go get a plains. I'm liking our chances here. The Godmaw is coming closer and closer. Let's go get a forest here. This is going to get another plains. We could have gotten the starport security as well. But with Godmaw in hand, we definitely want to be playing this correctly. Okay, they didn't crack the lander, which means they might have a void payoff in hand. Thrumming Hive Pool. Okay, this can exit. Oh my gosh, what a perfect draw off the top. That was the best possible draw in our entire deck. I have to imagine, like, that is going to secure us the trophy. Holy heck, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, Banishing Light, you clutch card. We might have still been able to win with Godmaw overwhelming the little tokens, but... And like this thing can kill a token, and... Oh my gosh, Banishing Light, you hero. Absolute hero. We played against Hivestone a few times, and we've Hivepool a few times, we've beaten it every time. Maybe the card's not as good as I think it is. We've been kind of dicing it up. Though, I guess we've only played it 2 times. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Okay, sure. Plasma Bolt, sure. Exile up to 1. Play this guy. Attack. If they try to kill with Focus Fire. Oh, I see. Sure. I could draw 2 cards with this. But I'd rather sack this to go get a plains. They make 2 slivers, but that's okay with me. I've got answers to slivers. No blocks. So what do they have? They drew a removal spell, like a plasma bolt. Okay. So this is 4, 10, 11, 12. What do they draw? This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. I can do 16 to them. And I have 2 big blockers. Let's see what they're working with here. Because I can, if I have another creature in play. Invasive Maneuvers. Okay, so they did have a deal 3. Interesting. Okay. The Godmaw play might have been safer. blocks. Next turn I'll have to block. Pangolin. I think they're dead through the Pangolin. Okay. Godma. It's funny because I haven't gotten to use the Godma like this entire draft. But now is the perfect moment. Okay. It's 13. Oh, I could have done this last turn and won the game. I'm sure somebody saw that in the comments. Yeah, I forgot about the double strike. I was like, oh, I can sack this to get 3 extra damage because 1, 2, 3. But I could just do this to do 7 extra damage. Don't know why I didn't think of that. I mean, they're dead on board anyway here. Booyah. Yeah, so I could have killed them last turn. That's an oversight. I mean, I just need to remember that you don't have to sack this land or token immediately. Yeah. Trophy. That was pretty dang impressive. We lost 1 game. I mean, we won some, like, weird ones, like when they didn't play lands and stuff, but that was a nice victory. 7-1. Godma first pick. I mean, we have this guy. He's a rare, but, like, I don't think we have any other rares, right? I found that a lot with my decks where I don't need rares to find success in this format, which is really refreshing. It does make the decks feel like very archetype based, but yeah, I have 1 rare. It's an anti-causal vestige. If I didn't have this card in my deck, I mean, it was really good that 1 game. The other game I drew it, I lost, but like pretty nice. I mean, this card was pretty solid too. I was pretty happy to have the 1 copy. I don't know if I wanted multiples, but yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag crushing it, because this deck totally crushed it and I didn't really expect it to. So hashtag crushing it to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. All of our cards kind of got their chance to shine. I really liked the Starfield Shepherd for helping me hit the land drops I needed to get that Godma down. That was pretty cool, and our deck just really performed well. Lots of solid cards, and we got the trophy, so huge victory as well. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.